Okay, UFC 287 highlights. Let's
Just
go.
wanted to ask you, you've had a chance to fight Israel Adesanya 3 times now, but just once in MMA. I'm curious kind of what you learned in the last fight or what surprised you in the last fight that you weren't aware of before.
Alex, você teve
Imagine
a
how
chance de
mentally
lutar
challenging
contra
that must be
Adesanya já
to
3
face someone
vezes,
who's
2
beaten you
vezes
3
fora em uma
times in a row.
UFC. O que você aprendeu com essas lutas?
Bro, what is Izzy wearing?
Bom, sempre aprendendo, né? Foi uma luta
What is that
dura.
collar?
Eu aprendi que eu tenho que estar mais atento. Todo mundo sabe que o Adesanya
Alex
é
is
cara
coming with the
perigoso, é
suits,
cara
looking
experiente,
fly.
é cara inteligente. Então vem aprendendo muito.
gonna be
Eu sei
such
que
a
eu
good
tenho que
fight.
ficar mais esperto com ele.
Always learning in my life. I know that Adesanya is a dangerous, complete fighter. Someone who's always taking advantage of opponents'
That's
weaknesses.
true.
I have to be more attentive to him. Always paying attention.
It's a good answer. Israel always
And of
makes
course,
use
you're
of
already
the
3-0 against Israel.
opponent's
You are the
weaknesses.
champion at this point. So what's at stake here for you? I mean, what does this fight mean to you?
E você, 3-0 contra ele, 3 vitórias, nenhuma derrota. O que está em jogo para você
Essentially wants to
agora?
know what's his
O que
motivation.
você quer dessa luta?
Bom, eu não estou vendo essas 3 lutas que passaram, porque, como eu falei, ele é um cara experiente, ele foi o ex-campeão, ele é o ex-campeão. Então, se eu chegar dentro daquele octógono e eu não fizer nada do que eu treinei, ele vai ganhar de mim.
looks very,
Então eu tenho que
very
esquecer
calm and
essas
composed.
lutas e agora vai ser uma próxima luta e eu estou preparado.
I'm not thinking about those 3 fights. As I said, he's a former champion, a great champion, a very dangerous fighter. If I keep those 3 fights in my head, I'm not going to do things the way I needed to. I trained for this one. I'm prepared for this
He's
new
saying
fight.
all the right things. He's not taking him lightly. It's a new fight, new
In Israel,
circumstances.
for you,
Izzy,
I wanted to
hope
ask
you
you a
want Izzy
similar
win.
question as well. Obviously, you've had 3 fights with Alex at this point. I mean, was there anything in the mixed martial arts contest that surprised you or was different than you expected? Or do you feel like you know this man 100% at this point?
I'd say his recovery and his fighting spirit. That's something that I definitely felt like he surprised me with. But Saturday night, time for talking is done. I'm going to show him my fighting spirit. And you all know I have that shit.
it's a good answer. I mean, he's so resilient, never gives up. You really have to put
And
him
for you,
out.
Izzy, on Saturday, what is most important to you? Is it about regaining the UFC title and being world champion again, or is it simply beating
Fuck the belt. I'm coming for
There
his
we go.
head.
The belt means nothing at this point.
Pereira, campeão, você acha que vai ser uma luta mais psicológica ou física?
Hey, champion, do you think it's going to be more of a psychological fight or a
That's a
physical?
good question.
Então, vai ser uma luta psicológica e física. Todo mundo sabe, né?
I think he's
Eu falo
saying it's
pra
going to be
vocês
both
que a gente tem que
physical and
esquecer
mental.
essas 3 lutas que passaram. Mas o Adesanya, ele nunca vai
Not
esquecer
that my
essas
Spanish
lutas.
is that good.
Aconteça o que aconteça, ele nunca vai esquecer.
Good Gilbert
Então
wearing
eu
the farm
uso isso a meu
suits.
favor, mas o
Like it.
principal vai ser
good.
no sábado.
It's going to be a physical fight. It's going to be a psychological fight. I've said as many
Guys, my
times we have to
Spanish
forget
baby.
all those 3 fights, but I know he hasn't forgotten any of
Portuguese,
those 3
sorry.
fights, and I think
Portuguese.
that's going to be a psychological factor. The important thing is what you're going to see on Saturday.
Go ahead.
Question for the
It's a
former
scary guy.
champion, Israel Adesanya.
Schmo.
When you stand at the podium making your Hall of Fame speech one day, where do you visualize this fight camp, this soon-to-be war for UFC 287 ranking among the career
It's a
milestones?
lame question, bro.
You mean the fight camp or the fight?
The fight.
This fight, like I've said, this is my 8-mile moment. This is it. One more shot at this. I put everything on my back. I've done everything in my power to make sure
True,
I
bro. It is your
worst thing
this
to
is the
this man
final
this
shot.
weekend. I'm done with this talking shit. You guys want to hear me talk or you want to
You
hear
only
me
get
fight?
one chance. Do not miss your chance
Ele
to
fez
blow.
isso nas
This
últimas 3
opportunity
lutas.
comes once
Ele
in a
falou a mesma
lifetime.
coisa,
Yo.
não fez?
Who did this the past 3 fights? He said the same things,
It
and the result
doesn't
was
matter.
that.
You don't even understand what I said. Not understand what you said. What's going to happen this weekend is we're going to fight and see who the best man is at the end.
He's smiling.
Ele me faz rir.
He makes me laugh.
Oh, wow. The translator said that with
question for
vengeance and anger.
Yesterday
That's so
at
funny.
Media Day, you seemed locked in. You didn't do too much talking, and you said you was ready to fight today. Is this the most locked in
He
you've
looks
been
locked
for a
in.
UFC fight?
Yes, it's the most locked in I've ever been. And again, time for talking's almost done. Saturday night, yeah, we'll fight.
Israel looks like he knows this is the final
Deu 3
showdown.
vezes. O quanto esse peso psicológico pode jogar ao seu favor e contra ele? Você
Where
já
does he
passou
go
por
if he
alguma
loses
situação
this
assim
fight?
na sua carreira?
It's hard to say.
Alex, when those doors close on Saturday, you're going to be looking at a guy that you beat 3 times. He's going to be looking at a guy that beat him 3 times. How much of a factor does that go into play? And have you ever faced a situation like
I
that?
don't think he's ever faced that
Com certeza
situation.
isso vai me ajudar muito. Desde a primeira luta que eu
He's never
tive
lost
com
3
ele,
times to the same
ele viu a
opponent.
minha evolução. Eu assisti algumas lutas daquele tempo pra cá. Esse cara não mudou muito, mudou pouca coisa. Eu mudei totalmente. E ele sabe que eu mudei. E ele sabe o quanto eu sou perigoso.
You know,
of course, that's going to
confidence.
play a big thing on Saturday.
He looks
Ever
focused.
since this guy has seen how much I've evolved from fight 1 to fight 3.
He has.
And I've watched a lot of fights from back in the day, and I have evolved so much. He has not changed
It's a bold
lot.
statement.
And he understands how dangerous and how
It's a
much I can
bold
do.
statement. Under the tutelage of Glover Teixeira, he has
Última
shown
pergunta
fast
pro Botan.
improvements.
Botan, você, na última luta, você entrou como
Jorge,
desafiante e hoje você
Gilbert,
entra como
Masvidal.
campeão.
It's going to be
Isso
good to see
aí
him in
faz alguma
action again.
diferença no seu psicológico, na sua maneira de se portar durante a luta? É melhor ou
Seems
pior
like the
pra
majority
vocês
of the
que estão-
questions are focused on
Yeah,
these
pra
two.
mim,
And when as for Alex, last time you came in as a challenger, now you come in as a champion. How does that change your mind for a fight on Saturday?
Shouldn't.
É a mesma coisa, eu sempre agressivo, todo mundo que sabe do meu trabalho, sabe que eu vou pra cima o tempo todo, cercando o tempo todo, e é o que eu vou fazer. Eu não vou pensar, eu sou o campeão, o cara tem que vir pra cima. Não, vamos buscar também.
Everybody knows me. That's not going to change. Always aggressive, always pushing forward. I'm not a guy that thinks I'm the champion. I'm going to go
Bro, he's
after
one of the
it.
scariest
As if
fighters
it's the
I've
first time.
ever seen. Wow. So that's the highlights of the press conference. Wasn't as engaging and exciting as press conferences that we've seen in the past, but you could almost feel the tension. You saw in Israel's face, it's a different Israel Adesanya. It's almost as if he knows that this is the moment that he has to pounce. He has to beat this guy now because he probably will never get another opportunity at facing Alex Pereira again. No one's going to want to see a 5th or 6th fight with Pereira. So yeah, you could definitely feel the tension in the air. And let's not forget Jorge Masvidal and Gilbert Burns are also going to be fighting each other. So UFC 287 is definitely an event that we cannot wait to see and we cannot miss. Well, ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you enjoy the fights this weekend. Until next time, I hope you have a good one. Cheers.